I am Ken Woodward's sister. I know that's true because in the second grade, I came upon a little group of high school girls that were giggling and whispering and looking at me and saying, "She's Ken Woodward's sister." I was proud to be Ken Woodward's sister. He was a bit of an item, I think you would call him today. He was an item. I look at him with my little sister's eyes, and the word cocky comes to mind. He had a certain way of the way he held his head, you had a sense that he felt good about himself. And when I look at the word cocky, I think, no, that's a little too strong. He was gently cocky. Perhaps he was jaunty. I think the word jaunty fits my brother really, really well. But I can never talk about my brother Ken without talking about my other brothers. To me, brothers came in a group. I am the only girl with 5 brothers. The oldest brother, Robert, was 10 years my senior. Ken was 8 years my senior. My brother Harry, who is with us today. Harry's over there. By that post, there's Harry. Harry was 6 years my senior. My brother Arthur, who's in Denver, Colorado, was 4 years my senior. And then my younger brother Jerry was 4 years later. So I can only talk about brothers in the plural. And I want to tell you what it's like to be a sister with 5 incredible brothers. I've come up with the word brothership, as in fellowship. It's kind of a condition of your life. And I go along with a little metaphor, brothership. And I visualize my brothers as my ship, my vessel for journeying through life. My brothers to me were the prow of my ship, cutting ahead of me. They were the bulwark of my ship, protecting me from all injuries, all harm. They were the buoyancy that kept me afloat. They were the propeller that pushed me forward. They were the anchor that helped me stay the course. Back to Ken. Ken, if you noticed, was one to pursue a goal, and he would set himself a goal, and he would accomplish it. Before I talk about his goals, I wanted to tell you that I wanted to find a poem that would describe my relationship with my brothers. There isn't one. I Googled and went through page after page, and there was not a poem that did what I wanted it to do. But I did come across a little phrase which said, "Remember and rejoice." And so keep that in mind as I tell you a little bit more about Ken pursuing his goals. Steve mentioned one of them, which was to get his Master's of Education degree. And in order to do so, Martha wrote me a little crib sheet here. He began Adrian College. From there, he went to Eastern, it was at that time Normal School, then became Eastern University here in Michigan. He went to Michigan State College, which became Michigan State University. He attended San Jose University, Montana State University, Northwestern University, and Western University, where he did receive his master's degree. And then later on, Lansing Community College to learn more about computer, the use of computer. Let us remember and rejoice his accomplishment. He had another goal. He decided it was time to die. And he pursued it very systematically, very bravely, very uniquely, and I believe correctly. Remember and rejoice. One further thing. Picture an adolescent boy. Loved sports. He was quite musically inclined. He loved performing. Picture him on the stage of Clinton, Michigan. At the end of a musical performance, this school was pretty good in performing. We had a teacher, Mrs. McCall, who was really good at pulling performances out of the students. And Ken was on stage. It's the end of the performance, not just his. He was not performing solely, but with a group. But at the end, there's applause, and of course, there's the ask for an encore, and there's the bows. And Ken was so enjoying the accolades and the praise and the fellowship that he couldn't leave the stage until eventually the curtain was drawn and hit him on the head. And he exited like, what happened? Perhaps you see the similarity that I see in what happened at the end of his life. He waited until the curtain was drawn, and he went, and we remember, and we rejoice. Thank you. Look at that picture. Doesn't that say cocky? Jaunty.